Good afternoon, everybody. Hello. It is, I keep wanting to say good morning. It's not morning, it's like really late. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is April, it's already April. What the heck, man? 2014 is just like flying by. It's crazy stupid. It is April 7th. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's a beautiful, windy day in Austin, Texas. We're just driving along here on I-35. What's happening? I don't know. Alright, so there's this thing that's happening that I'm planning on doing. I'm going to do a 50-mile desert race on my dirt bike in May. And I know that's not like the longest enduro race ever, but I'm really excited for it. I've never done an enduro race. I've never been on a ride that is that long. The longest ride I've ever done is probably like 20-25 miles. But I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But it is in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and so not in Austin. It's about 10 hours away, 11 hours away. So, and also I'm not really in good enough shape to do 50 miles. So, and nor is my bike in good enough shape. So here's what we're gonna do. I got about a month to prepare for it, a little more than a month. And I'm gonna try to document as much as I can to try and get myself ready to run this 50 miler and get my bike ready to do this 50 miler. I don't know, we're just gonna try and have a little bit of fun, just kind of recording my process, just because I kind of want to take it seriously. It's like, I've never really had something where that I'm really excited for, and I'm actually like working to train myself and really get ready for. Like I've never, like, this is one of the first things I've done that I've really had to prepare for, and I don't know, it feels like a really big undertaking that I'm really excited to do. It's one of like the first big things. It's a goal in the future that in order to achieve it, we're gonna really have to work at it. I'm gonna have to practice. I'm gonna have to be healthier and get in better shape. I'm gonna have to become a better rider. My dirt bike is gonna have to undergo a lot of maintenance to get it ready for that lengthy of a ride, just because the thing is always falling apart. And so I think it could be really cool. Like, I really do. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be really fun. And so, like, as it sits now, my dirt bike is nowhere near ready. So let me give you a brief history of what I've been through with my dirt bike. The dang thing, I bought it and I probably should have bought a different bike. It's nothing to go against the maker, because it's a Yamaha. I love Yamahas. I've only ever ridden Yamahas. And I think this bike has just been through hell and back, and it was not well taken care of. I think I'm like the 5th or 6th owner of this bike, which is pretty bad. And also, the dirt bikes don't tend to have a really long year, simply because they're just put into much higher stress environments than other motorcycles. And so they're taking enough jumps to thrash around in the desert, and this one just looks like it wasn't even taken very good care of to begin with, and just rode hard, put up wet. So the thing is, it's always falling apart. It's actually been out of commission for the past year. I just barely got it running just the other day. First time it's been running in a year, and then I went and took it riding the first time. It's been riding in a year. It's already developed a couple more problems. But I don't have the money right now to get a new bike, so we're gonna have to work with this one. And oh yeah, the dirt bike's name is Bell, so we're gonna have to work with Bell. So as it sits right now, it has a coolant leak. The radiator is it's quite literally splitting in half. So that is something that will need to be addressed. But I've already ordered the new radiators for it. So as soon as those get in, which should be within the next couple of days, I can get those put together. The carburetor needs to be rebuilt. The throttle is sticking at low idle and it's having trouble just idling in general. Plus it's not starting quite as easy as I would like to. So we're gonna rebuild the carburetor. It needs new tires, but I'm planning on getting a different bike here in the future. And so I really don't want to like put a whole ton of money into it. So I have some used tires that just have way better tread than the ones I have on it right now. So I'm going to change out those. Let me see what else. It needs a new chain and both sprockets. And so, and I'm sure the more I ride it, because I'm gonna be trying to ride it more to just because I've been off the bike pretty for around a year now, and I just started to really get into motocross right when it broke, and so I'm still a fairly beginner rider. So 50 miles is gonna be pretty rough on me, but I'm gonna try the best I can to improve my riding skill. So we're gonna be doing lots of practice, taking it out to ADVMX, Austin Valley. We're gonna be doing all sorts of stuff. I have my mountain bike. I've been mountain biking a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna build a road bike soon, but I'm planning on building a road bike at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be before this race, but I'm starting to try and do long endurance rides to build up stamina. One thing that's gonna suck is that I used to live in New Mexico, but I've lived in Austin now for about 7 months, coming up on 8 really. And so my body is pretty much acclimated to this elevation, which is pretty close to sea level. But Las Cruces is about 4,000 feet. It's very high elevation, so I'm gonna get tired much quicker in Cruces. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, so and plus it's just a really good excuse. Like I've been trying to eat healthier and just try and live a little bit healthier anyways. But you know, I always found that I'm hard to get motivated just because I'm naturally just a lazy person. That's just kind of who I am. And so okay. So in order to help myself get motivated, it's always much easier to make yourself do something if you have a goal in mind, and especially if it's something that you're really excited about and you really want to do. Like, I really cannot think of very many things, if anything, that I enjoy more than being on a dirt bike. And if I'm doing something that is going to help me on a bike, I'm all for it. And if it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time and needing to do for a long time, and it's just going to help me be just better in general, then so much better. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be really cool, but it's going to be a really interesting journey. So yeah, that's really about it for today. I guess mark this episode 1 of Dylan Does Enduro Riding, and I'll try and do my best to keep videos just because I